What's up, everybody? So back to this book, The One Thing. Super important. I'm diving deeper into it. I think I'm going to start a series on this book, just kind of each individual chapter. So there's something new, there's something enlightening, different thoughts you probably never had before, and very important. I want to share this with you. I don't have this passage exactly set up, so it might be a little out of order, it might sound a little out of order, but the main point is definitely goes against the average way of thinking, what is considered to be good, considered to be normal. This chapter goes against that. So it is called Multitasking. And one reason I'm doing this is for you guys, please get this book. If you can't, pay attention to these videos. I'm going to try to sum up each chapter as best as I can. But definitely a book for anyone in personal growth, self-help, making money, starting a business, finding your passion, just being the best at what you do and doing it daily and growing, mainly growing. So, multitasking. There's a quote here. It says, "To do two things at once is to do neither." And this scientist, in the summer of 2009, Clifford Nass, his name is, he did a study with 262 students who answered these questionnaires. Anyways, when the study was finished, he was in awestruck at first that certain levels of multitasking, right? But once he did this study, what he realized, he says it right here, multitaskers were just lousy at everything. So they did a lot of stuff, but they were lousy at what they did. And this chapter goes so hand in hand when it comes to the one thing, picking that one thing that you need to do daily. And then when multitasking, he says, is a lie. It's a lie that we've been fed, because when you have your one thing, you want your undivided attention on that one thing. Multitasking is merely the opportunity to screw up more than one thing at a time. When you try to do two things at once, you either can't or won't do either well. If you think multitasking is an effective way to get more done, you've got it backwards. It's an effective way to get less done. So let me move on here. Now, he goes into saying, like, multitasking is a lie. He says, it's a lie because nearly everyone accepts it as an effective thing to do. It's become so mainstream that people actually think it's something they should do, and do as often as possible. We not only hear talk about doing it, we even hear talk about getting better at it. More than 6 million web pages offer answers on how to do it, and career websites list multitasking as a skill for employees to target and for prospective hires to list as a strength. Some have gone so far as to be proud of their supposed skill and have adopted it as a way of life. But it's actually a way of lie. For the truth is, multitasking is neither efficient nor effective. In the world of results, it will fail you every time. So, this isn't common thinking, guys. We've been taught to multitask, to do things all at once, a majority of things, have this handful of stuff to do, and get things complete. And this whole beginning of this book, and the main point is that it's not good to just do a bunch of stuff. That's not where the progress is going to be. The progress is when you can zone in and complete that one thing. Prioritize and zone in, complete that one thing that is going to get the wheels turning on a daily basis. I'm looking for something real quick I want to read you. Give me 1 second. Alright, and this is by Henry David Thoreau. Super important. Listen to this, guys, and then we'll go on to diving into multitasking a little bit further. Henry David Thoreau says, "It's not enough to be busy, so are the ants. The question is, what are we busy about? Knocking out 100 tasks for whatever the reason is a poor substitute for doing even one task that's meaningful. Not everything matters equally, and success isn't a game won by whoever does the most. Yet that is exactly how most of us play it on a daily basis." Wow. I mean, listen, did you hear that quote? It doesn't matter. How many times in school and growing up, your parents just are we taught to focus on getting shit done, on to-do lists, on knocking out a to-do list? No, this book talks about to-do lists. Bad. Scratch to-do list. You want a success list. Okay? Just because you see something that needs to be done, you can do that. Does it need to be done? No, you don't have to do these things. So, the one most important thing, okay, narrowing it down, just because I see that the carpet needs to be vacuumed or that I need to go to the dry cleaners, and I put that on my list first, and then, but the most important thing I need to do is down a little further on the list, and I complete these two. That's not success. That's not any kind of measure of success, because I'm not doing the most important thing. But that's how we've been taught to make a daily list, to plan your day. And that's no measure of success. We're not getting any more successful by completing these things. It may feel good. We may feel like, and it does, because we're using our energy, right? We are actually being drained by completing these things that aren't going to make us successful. So, let me turn back. It talks about juggling, and this is just so you understand multitasking a little bit better. Now, I don't know about you guys, I know how to juggle, and when I first saw juggling, it looks like I'm juggling all 3 balls at once, okay? But that's not how juggling is. Juggling, you're taking one ball, toss, catch, toss, catch, toss, catch. You're not going like this, passing it to each other. No, you're making like an X. It's going like this. So toss, toss, catch, catch, toss, toss, catch, catch. I'm just tossing, catching. Anyways, the same is true when it comes to humans and multitasking. When I'm on my phone and I'm driving my car down the road, I am not driving and texting simultaneously, right? My mind is either driving, right? I know where the direction of the car, I'm steering it, and then I'm going to my phone. 2 separate activities. The brain, this is how it works. It doesn't do, I don't know, have a good sense. I can't, because there's interference within those brain channels, okay? So I'm either doing one or the other. I'm not doing both to the fullest possible purpose, to the best of my ability. I am not doing one, or I'm not doing both. So you pick one or the other. So whenever, let's look at our days like this. What are you doing that you're trying to multitask and that you need to just zone in and focus? The Buddhists call it the monkey mind. Let me read you this. He says, multitasking is a scam. Poet Laurette Billy Collins summed it up well. We call it multitasking, which makes it sound like an ability to do lots of things at the same time. He says, a Buddhist would call this the monkey mind. We think we're mastering multitasking, but we're just driving ourselves bananas. Because we're all talking up here, what to do next, what to do this. The whole time, guys, the most important part is putting all our effort, all our willpower, all our energy into that one main thing. Now, I want you to go through your life, okay? Really look at your activities, your to-do lists, make a to-do list and see on those what is just filler. Because when we complete things, it makes us feel accomplished, right? It makes us feel like we're progressing. But we need to be careful not to trick ourselves into thinking that by completing these small tasks, I am becoming more successful. Because that's not how success works. Success takes the hammering down on this one objective until you get it, until you get those cogs turning, you get the train, the momentum built, the dominoes falling, okay? Then the energy, the momentum starts to carry you. These little things aren't doing that. They just give you a sense of accomplishment. But then where are the fruits? So,